My dear students, this is part 2 of Past Simple. As we started explaining our lesson that what's past simple, we use it for actions that started and finished in the past, and we saw the timeline. We have two categories or two groups of past simple: regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs, verbs that end in D or ED or IED, and we learned about the rules and of doubling and if we cross Y and put IED. And the other group is irregular verbs, verbs that completely change, and we are going to talk about them in this video. But before talking about them, we have time expressions or keywords. Whenever we see them, we have to use the past simple. Words indicating past. What are these words or time expressions? We have yesterday, last year, last month, last Sunday, ago, in whatever year in the past, in 2007, in 2016, in 2019, so any year in the past. Okay, so we have something very important here. How do we pronounce the ending of ed, the pronunciation of words ending in ed? It depends on the final sound or consonant sound. There are three ways to pronounce ed. What are these three ways, my dear students? We may pronounce the ed as ed or t sound or d sound. When are you going to use when are you going to pronounce the ed as ed? If the verb ends in t or d, like want, right? Wanted, need, needed, land, landed. So the ed here pronounced as ed sound. When are we going to pronounce the ed as t sound? If the verb end in these voiceless sounds. What's the meaning of voiceless sounds? If you put your hand on your vocal cords or on your throat, it doesn't move, okay? So your vocal cords, they don't move. So p, k, sh, ch. So my vocal cords, they don't move, okay? So what are you going to how are you going to pronounce the ed as the? We say helped, okay? Looked, washed, watched, laughed, breathed, kissed, danced, fixed. Why? Because the verbs here ends in t sound. So I'm talking about pronunciation, okay? This is very important, pronunciation. And when are we going to pronounce the ed as the sound? If the verb ends in voiced sound. What are the voiced sounds? L. Put your hand on your throat or on your vocal cords and say L. Yes, my vocal cords, they move, right? They vibrate, so we call it voiced. So how are you going to pronounce the ed by the end of the verb? D. Called, cleaned, offered, damaged, loved, and so on. Used, followed, enjoyed, amazed. Okay. Here are the irregular verbs. As I told you, we have two categories: regular verbs, verbs that end in d or ed or ied, and irregular verbs, verbs that completely change. You cannot add d or ed or ied. They are naughty verbs. You have to study them and remember them. Let's read them: the present and the past simple. Okay? Be, verb to be, in the past, was or were. Okay. Become, became. Begin, began. Break, broke. Bring, brought. Buy, bought. Come, came. Cut, cut. The same. Do, did. Drink, drank. Drive, drove. Eat, ate. Fall, fell. Feed, fed. Feel, felt. Fight, fought. Find, found. Fly, flew. Get, got. Give, gave. Go, went. Grow, grew. Have, had. Hear, heard. Hide, hid. Hold, held. Keep, kept. Know, knew. Let. It's the same like cut, like put. Make, made. Meet, met. Pay, paid. Read, read. The same spelling but different pronunciation. Ride, rode. Run, ran. Say, said. See, saw. Sell, sold. Send, sent. Sing, sang. Sit, sat. Speak, spoke. Stand, stood. Swim, swam. Take, took. Teach, taught. Tell, told. Think, thought. Understand, understood. Wear, wore. Write, wrote. Okay? These are the irregular verbs. I have here some exercises, okay, about regular and irregular verbs, and I'm going to I'm going to upload it on a file, and you're going to answer them and send them to me. Write the past simple form of the verbs. Play, played, ed, watch, watched, wait, waited, and so on. Okay. We have here the exercises about the irregular verbs. Okay, and this is the end of our video. Thank you so much.